All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Good. I give generous portions. Don't feel obligated to eat it all. Don't feel obligated.
I
to
do what
eat
I
it
can. So this is dope. This is like this life. So you eat during the interview and like just kick it and.
Usually when we're at home, I like to eat when I'm at home, but we've been doing interviews other places, and you can't cook and bring it up in there.
No, I like that though. That's dope.
I do want to lean into that fact that I live here. I think it's pleasant. He always trying to cry on my cooking, but every time I cook something, he's like, "What's that? Let me get some."
Another grown man shouldn't cook something like your lady and say, "Hey, try this. Try to stick it in your mouth." What?
I'm a chef. I'm a chef, brother.
No.
I'm a chef, brother.
No, I'm starting compilation. It's gonna be called the No Homo compilation.
Here you go. You talking crazy. There's nothing wrong with men cooking for other men, enjoying food, breaking bread.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
At all. It's supposed to be Mongolian.
Come try this, baby.
Barbecue. But
Are you already digging it? So God is good. God is great.
You spit. Go.
Bless this food that's on my plate.
mm-hmm.
It's about to get ate. These other chefs, they can't equate. Mongolian barbecue. That's that BBQ. It's about to be delicious when we eat food. Alright, that's enough. I don't even know if that was 8, but that was like a hot 6.
That's enough. I'm sitting here with Buff.
Oh.
About to eat it up. I hope this meat not too tough. Let me breathe. As hot as this 16. Good thing my mama blessed me with this spicy taste buds. Hold on, but let me get some water.
Set it up.
Appreciate you.
And it'd be dope. But the interview, set it up so we ain't got no password, so I can just get on it. But I'm gonna use yours for sound. Cause I gotta disassemble my phone cord.
Oh, that's crazy.
You just charge it.
My bad if you don't like spicy food.
Where another plate at?
It's audio in there. I really do apologize if you don't like spicy.
I'm about to find out.
It's spicy enough, but it's like make you sweat spicy. So it's not like physically.
No, I got you.
I don't think it's too spicy. I don't like enjoying nothing. I gotta think of guess. I gotta think of guess when I make food. Nah, it's gonna be like hot ones. I'm trying to figure out like what interview model I'm trying to go along with.
Just do you. You thinking too much.
No, but I think you gotta obviously just do you. Obviously, that's always gonna work. But to study, to be great, you gotta study the greats, right? So I've been studying. I like Bobby Althoff. I like her conversational status, like of just the interviews.
Yeah.
She has this. I think that's her spin. She has this kind of like monotone kind of approach to it.
Very dry.
Yeah, very dry, and it works. It works, but obviously that's not me. That's not me. But I also want to be off some like somewhat noir-esque vibe.
Okay.
In the situation of like, I'll pull out something like really nice for the guests, and they'll be like, "What?" It's I'm gonna tell you where my passcode. It's 305-620. I'm gonna text it to you. You don't know that.
Ooh, there goes the spice.
I know.
Hey Jake, I'm sorry for you. No more food. This is what happened to it.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I made especially some for everybody.
Nah, that's
considerate.
I'm home.
Because I'm considerate.
Jay, you missed out.
I never met a stranger.
Okay.
This is for you. I texted you my passcode, so in case you know
What's
it.
that? I mean, what's the thing? Say, I can cut it out the video.
305620.
6-2. That's complicated.
That's not me. Okay,
You gotta do so much.
I'm gonna take a swig. All right.
It's fine.
I appreciate that.
Literally and figuratively.
Hey-o! I'm Shanti. This is the Shanti Show. I'm here with homie Bufford. Hope y'all doing well, Jamall Bufford. I'm gonna drop the link and everything. It's Dark Side. Hope everybody doing well, doing good. Is that a drop? Does that consider a drop? I'm learning things.
Yes,
Like that what
I
the
said,
drop
like,
is?
hey, do a drop. And he's like, oh no, he was in the podcast. Like, oh, all right, are we done?
What's a drop?
And
Yeah.
I say, no, do a drop. They can't hear me right now, so it's pointless me talking.
Okay, I feel it. We learning what a drop is. If you know, hopefully if you bump into each other, you'll let me know.
Just information about the show or the station or the channel or
Okay.
Just be a student.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel it.
you're now tuned into
You need this side on front.
like that.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like
a studio
that.
mic.
Just like that. Just like that.
Okay.
We took the socks off. I like my sock. It made me feel rugged.
You want a sock?
Yeah, but you know, we ain't gotta force it. I just said I enjoy it.
Sorry.
But for you have
Started smacking.
no. But if you have a long catalog, you have a very extensive catalog. You've done a lot of things. It didn't even work.
Yeah, that was good.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. Started writing raps. I wrote my first rap in middle school. Which is crazy to think about. It's
Yeah,
now,
middle school.
now 30 years ago. Damn.
Sorry.
That was like that. What was that?
Hey,
Kevin Hart, Cheeto. Yeah, that was like exactly.
You've been trying to pull that so hard.
My bad. Sorry.
You've been trying to pull that so hard.
But no, yeah. That's crazy. 30 years ago.
Damn. It's like, that's crazy though. It was like 30 years ago.
43.
You've been spitting for that long.
23.
I've been writing rap since I was 13. Yeah. But you know, back then it wasn't really cool to rap, so you kind of kept it a secret. Like you wasn't like trying to just rap for everybody and like, yo, check me out. Nowadays it's like you write one rap, you posting it on
Everywhere.
YouTube, like, hey, check me out. But
You're
no,
trying to get recognized.
it was weird. It was kind of like a little secret society. And so,
Okay.
back then, especially here in like Ann Arbor, Ipsy, definitely wasn't a lot.
Yeah. You know Daniel? Daniel from the Zone. He spits well.
No, I know. Yeah.
He spits so well.
Yeah.
And for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper, I'm a poet, and going up to this man and seeing him spit is like,
yeah. Him and his brother.
Wow.
Both talented. And his sister, like the whole family, yeah. Shout out to the Bigums.
Shout out to the big one.
What was I saying? Oh, so back then, excuse me, kind of a secret if you were a rapper. But so I wrote my first rap in middle school and then kind of put it to the side. Didn't really think about it. That was with my group of friends, my homies.
Can I ask you why you wrote that first rap?
Just, me and my homies. Shout out to my homie Keith, my homie Chris, my homie Adam. Best friends growing up, and we just love rap. So we're like, let's give it a shot.
That's beautiful.
So I would rap. We shared one rap with each other. We had like a group rap, and then I was kind of writing other little stuff here and there, and then I kind of put it to the side. Didn't really think about it till I got to high school. And I got the itch again. I wanted to start rapping again. So I started writing stuff. And then I was in class, and one of my friends was like looking over my shoulder, like, yo, you write raps? Yeah, you know.
A little bit.
That was my boy Trey. Shout out to Trey.
Shout out.
Actually, his birthday today.
I love that you consistently shouting out everybody. I love
I guess I don't have to do that, but
you gotta put the team on. Yo, no, you do have to do that. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Trey's birthday. Thank you, Trey's birthday. Happy birthday to my bro Trey. So that was kind of like part of the beginning of Athletic Mike League. My boy Trey saw that I was rapping. Yo, I rap too. And we started like sharing stuff and with each other. Then we started going over his crib. He had the little bootleg mic set up.
Oh, let's go. And what time was this? Like
this was 1994.
94. This is 90s. This is like so you think like the biggest rappers at that time, who do you think you were like trying to emulate? Or were you just like
at that time it was Nas, Outkast, Common, Biggie, Pac, Ice Cube.
Now was this before or after the Nas and Jay-Z beef?
Way before.
Okay.
Way before. Yeah. That didn't happen until like 2000. What was the game? It was like Takeover and Ether. I don't even remember when that was, but it was in the 2000s. So
yeah, 2000s.
It was before that.
Way before.
Yeah. So yeah, those were some of the influences. For sure.
That's dope. That's dope. So where'd you go after that? Did you ever take that anywhere? That first round, that first rap? Did you ever perform it?
Not the first rap, no. Excuse me. I think we did record. Actually, we did do a little tape recording of the very first one that I did with my friends in middle school. And then we started doing the same thing in high school at Trey's house. And that was kind of when Athletic Mike League formed in like 1994 when we were freshmen in high school at Huron High School. And we were similarly recording on a little bootleg Casio situation.
Bootleg Casio. What's that look like? I don't. I'm so naive in this situation.
Stuff that does not exist anymore. But we recorded that stuff, but it was a long time before we shared it out to anybody else.
Yeah.
Probably not till we were juniors in high school, like 1996.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Our first we pressed when we were at seniors in high school. We got a CD burners. Burned like 50 copies.
Okay, so have you seen? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get a reference in my mind. So have you seen the Wu-Tang kind of series on Hulu?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so
not the most recent season though.
Not the most. Okay.
We can talk about it. It's
so
fine.
the first one, if you've seen the first season, I've only seen the first season. So how similarly does what you had look to what homie had in the first season?
Like the equipment?
Yeah.
Very similar actually.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm there. I got something in my mind. I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Wu-Tang. I don't know if I said Wu-Tang, but they were a huge influence in '94. That's when they came out.
Yeah, I love the Wu-Tang song.
'94. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we burn CDs.
Name 5 Wu-Tang songs.
Shut up.
Name 5 Wu-Tang songs. Not testing
like you didn't see how high. Like you don't
test
know Old
niggas.
Dirty Bastard. Like you don't.
I test niggas. Name 5 Wu-Tang songs.
Shut up. Just
Exactly.
Like
Name 5 Wu-Tang songs.
Like you put on spot, you expect to know them all. I know 5 Wu-Tang members.
Exactly. Yeah, nigga, I hate when you do that. Bitch, I act like I'm a hip hop.
Always try to check somebody.
Nah, this is BS. I'm checking the BS. I'll be back. I'm gonna get Jay.
We're not gonna shame them for his age.
Yeah.
You know, if you love Wu-Tang, you love Wu-Tang. You may not be able to name the song, but we'll get there.
Educate. I appreciate it.
We burned CDs, like 50 of them, and literally just started handing them out to our homies at school. Like, and this is 1990, Batman. My senior year in high school. Then, the year after '98, We decided, we really want to take this serious.
Yeah.
For some reason, we didn't like we liked the songs we did, but we didn't love them.
Yeah, I know how I feel.
So we decided we wanted to do like a remix album of those songs. So that we called that first Burned on the CD. That might have been 98, the year after high school. I don't remember. It was like 97 or 98. We called that The Thrill of Victory, The Agony of Defeat.
Wow.
Because we're all athletes, we all play basketball, so that's like basketball and rap.
Can I ask what sparked the seriousness of it all, and what made it serious from fun? If it all was like just
it was getting feedback. It was getting feedback from other people. Like when we started sharing it, like that first CD that we burned and started handing it out. We did a couple tapes too. We did some tapes before that we handed out to a couple people, but this time we're like, all right, we want to burn 50. We give them out
50. How easy was that? That seems like an easy thing.
I don't know. CDs?
To burn a CD. That seems so outlandish to me.
Yeah, no one burns CDs anymore. But I think back then it took as long as the song, like the number of minutes on. So if you had 10 songs that were each 3 minutes, that's 30 minutes of music. I think it took like 30 minutes to burn it.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if I was back then, would I still be able to make it work?
You would. Yeah, you would definitely make it work.
What's up, bro? Welcome in, homie.
What's up, man?
Hey, Jay, you shy?
What's up, man? Pull up a seat. Hold on.
Sit right there in the middle.
You guys are right there. Sit right there on the
I'm gonna put you right here. I'm sorry, he ate all the food. They ate all the food.
Not even.
No,
It's a
like,
full
that's
bowl
about the
over
food.
there. He's trying to.
It's crazy.
Trying to make a fool out of you. See this man. You mic'd up. You gotta get mic'd up.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah, what I put it?
Are you
Just hold
good?
it like this and talk to it. That's the best way to do it. Oh, I'm not really about to say nothing for real.
It's
I'm just
okay,
came- I
it's
just came to
okay.
Observe for real.
It's okay. I like you in here. We most definitely gonna introduce you. Introduce yourself. How you feeling? Who are you?
I'm just I'm one of the creative brothers.
Yeah, out here. Brother in the
Talking
team.
to the mic, right?
Growing
Oh,
the team,
damn.
growing the team, growing the team, growing the team, growing the team.
So, Jay, I've been waiting to ask you this on camera. How do you get all these bitches? I really wanted to know this.
Let's get back to
I do not support any of this type of
No,
language.
exactly.
How do you attract candidates?
Not my interview.
Excuse me, my bad. I feel like we interrupted something. What were you saying?
What was I saying? Oh, burning CDs. Yeah, we burned CDs. We handed them out. And you asked, when did we start? Why did we start taking it seriously, or when did we start?
Yeah.
Taking it seriously? It was when other people started saying, "Oh, y'all are actually pretty good." And that's what we needed. We needed somebody other than the 7 of us outside.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, y'all good, man. Y'all got something. We're like, oh, for real? Bet. And then that's when we was like, let's do it. And then we took those original songs. Couple of them we scrapped. We're like, all right, we don't really like that. This one we're like, oh, has potential. We like the lyrics, but maybe we could spice up the beat a little bit more. So we called it a remix album. Put some new stuff on it. So Thrill of Victory, Agony of Defeat became The Thrill Is Gone. We called it The Thrill Is Gone. Because we were like, people were asking for the one we burned. We were like, nah, that's old. Like, so we're like, nah, the thrill is gone.
The thrill is gone.
It's like,
the thrill is gone. I like that.
It's the new. And yeah, that was the beginning.
How did that people respond to that? Did you like? Because I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, like, when they feel like they put out their first major track, they felt their first major like project that they worked on. They feel like it's going like go out, like it's gonna do well, it's gonna do something, like. But I feel like it takes work, it takes consistent work. But also, at the same time, like, was it impressive? Did it do more than you thought it was?
Yeah. So we sold The Thrill Is Gone. So that was the first time we actually sold music.
Okay, so when you say sold, like, do you mean like record? Oh, like records, like individual records, or did you sell like
CDs?
CDs?
That was the first time we went to a manufacturing company and got CDs printed professionally.
That's dope.
And sold them.
Y'all need
That's
reparations.
dope.
You an OG.
Yeah.
That's OG status. How
Yeah.
many y'all sell?
I think like 1,000.
Wow.
Like
OG status.
1,000.
That's crazy.
How did you even
You say
hear
you was
about
in Ipsy
that?
Ann Arbor at that time?
Mm-hmm. Here in high school. Mostly like Ann Arbor. Like we'd be all over, but we tended to be. So Trey lived on the north side, right across the street from Sandalwood Apartments.
You talking about Trey Higginbottom?
No, Trey Allen.
Is it a Trey light skin dude?
No.
Okay.
No, we a lot older than y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, we was on the north side a lot, north side of Ann Arbor, like Airwood, Sandalwood.
Yeah.
Those communities. But yeah, we sold like 1,000.
How did you hear about like that, like a record label? Like how did that go about you finding those?
Well, we were the record label.
Okay.
So finding like the manufacturer.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how we did pretty much everything back then. This is gonna date us too.
It's okay. You're talking to an OG right now.
Me, I think it was like this.
I'm trying to.
This was
OG status. I was like, you should be like grateful. Like I don't like when I say OG, I don't mean like when I say dang you owe. I mean like dang you owe this.
It's
and
a
like
blessing.
damn, like y'all did that shit. I'm telling you, like I make music these days. If I ain't have my little laptop, I can just do that and just distro kid right there. And
right. No,
I could not do that shit.
Yeah. So here's how we did. This how crazy. Man.
Spit it.
Get ready for this, y'all. This was before the internet.
Wow.
So we had to go through the yellow pages.
Wow.
Do you even know what the yellow pages is?
I saw one back in the day.
You talking about the book that's like for dummies?
Used to hold the door open, you know.
It's a phone book.
It's a phone book.
All the numbers. Everybody's number.
Is it everybody's number?
Everybody.
Yeah.
My number would be in it. Yours.
That's so fucking invasive of privacy.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's number. Every business. Every person. Every individual. The yellow pages. Now I might be wrong. If you're watching, you can correct me. I might be wrong, but
time out real quick.
Okay, computer died.
Okay.
I'm
gonna reshake this stuff.
Switch seats with me.
Switch seats with me. I ain't talking.
Get you a plate.
I'm not hungry for it.
Are you not hungry? All right, bye. You keep trying to talk about how dark he was. I feel like he dark enough.
Nah,
I'm darker for sure.
I think the lights lighten him up.
I see it.
No, you're not as white as you used to be.
You got darker?
Yeah.
My bad, Jamall. I'm not sure. That's you?
Yeah.
Up to right over there.
Dude. Talk about technical difficulties. It's okay.
Right back on. We just better stay that postal style. Better say.
See?
Huh?
The process. Next thing is I don't think I got your I probably do got it. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the posters y'all been doing till today. I'm like, dang, they started doing the interviews already and everything. I'm like,
we've been working fast.
Tell me nothing.
That's your brother, bro. He works so fast.
You ain't tell me you was doing them already.
Yeah, I
never
told
told me.
Yeah. I said as soon as I get everything set up, well, I'm doing it. Like I'm really gonna like go harder, even harder.
Yeah.
Now.
As we should.
Fucked up now. Which page?
You didn't even let me know you when they got the
that one mine
and set it all up.
Pass it up.
No fruit snacks, especially. Copy.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all can keep it going. Y'all want to take ours?
You ready?
Take ours?
Oh, you think? Shoot, if we got to. It is what it is.
All right, get up on the J, and then you get up on the.
That one's stretching. Yeah, that one's stretching.
Jamall, you get up on.
Oh, these cordless. Okay.
Hey,
where were we? I was talking. The yellow pages.
Yep.
So it was a book that had everybody's phone number. What I was saying was, I don't remember this part exactly. It was either yellow and white in one book. I think the yellow pages, pretty sure the yellow pages were all the businesses.
Okay.
The white pages were people's phone numbers.
Okay.
So we literally would just look at the phone. That's how we found. And nobody talked about that. What do you mean?
Like it wouldn't be like, oh my god, like anybody just have your number, they got your name.
Nah, but that's how it was.
Yeah, you didn't know about that.
Yeah, that's
anybody got your name, like
yeah. I mean, it's the same now on the internet. I can find all your information on the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we found a manufacturing company that pressed CDs. We pooled our money together. You know, that was one of the advantages of being in a group of 7 people. Is stuff cost a lot less. Like instead of one person paying for 1,000 CDs, it was 7 people. 7. So that was the advantage we had. So we pressed up some CDs, started selling them.
Let's go.
And then around this, so that took from.
So you sold over 1,000.
Yeah, I think we pressed 1,000 and sold 1,000. Let's go. And so this was 2000. This was the year 2000.
Wasn't even born.
I wasn't born either. No, none of us were born.
Boy, how old are you?
Yeah, none of us were born. Same age. Same age.
Wow.
But no, I'm counting your pockets. Hey, so look, if that was 1,000, you selling them bitches by like 10,000, $20, something like that. So that was
10.
like
We sold them 10. So.
10. That was 10 G's. That was 10 Raccos that he made.
But yes, but you got to think. I think they costed.
Y'all was making bread. You trying to be humble with it. You was making.
I mean, it was but when you trying to keep it going, you got to reinvest it. Like we didn't put it in our pocket.
But then that was what y'all do after that one? Y'all dropped the next one.
That went into the next one exactly. But yeah, I think, and don't quote me on this. I think they might have costed. This might be wrong, but I feel like they costed maybe the 1,000 CDs might have costed $3,000 maybe. So like $3 each.
Yeah.
To press.
Okay.
So really we made 10, but really 3 of that was already gone because we spent it to make those.
Yeah, we making sure.
Damn, so everybody had a G.
Yeah.
But still, everybody had a G.
But again, we didn't pocket.
More back in the day.
A G.
We didn't put it in our pocket.
No, we've been talking about like, oh, we gotta go to Vegas, we gotta go to Chicago, do this, that, third. But like the money we getting out there is like kind of funding the trip itself. Wow. So it really, it really is like it's really just going back into the thing, to the creation. I appreciate it.
Now, which one is the front on this one?
Still
dent.
Oh, the dent.
Okay. How you get that dent in there? I want to know.
That backpack, I was in, I think it was in Vegas. I had a dent in that backpack. It was just like, I was throwing that backpack around and everything. Like, that trip was so bad, bro. Like, I was throwing that bitch around, everything, bro. That trip was so bad. I should have took more care of my equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you live in London. I ain't nothing happening.
Honestly.
Yeah, so that was like our first serious move. We put money up, we sold stuff, took that money, went into our next project. It's called Sweats and Kicks, which came out in 2002.
2002, Sweats and Kicks.
Yep.
Newborn, what was that about? Newborn, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like, I'm gonna get past it though. I promise you I will.
Yeah. It was like what was the album about?
Yeah, what was the album about?
So Sweats and Kicks was we were the Athletic Mike League. We learned sports. We were all athletes. Played basketball at Huron High School, and Sweats and Kicks was like our uniform essentially. Like,
is it out? Like, can we still like these first 2 projects? Can we still like go find them on the internet?
Yep.
At what time were you like, okay? Because those was burned into CDs. This is before the internet. Correct. Your first project. Correct. What time did you like switch that over?
So I think streaming started. When did streaming start? Like 2005, 6, 7. So around 2008 or 9 is when we started uploading our old stuff to streaming.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And was that like y'all choice, or was it like somebody's like, oh yeah, y'all gotta get these on here?
It was our choice.
Okay.
It was our choice. Yeah. So by the time I started doing solo stuff, That's Buff 1 around 2005, 2006. So around, don't quote me on that. I think around then, iTunes was already a thing, I think. At that point, I think.
Okay, but I remember I remember iTunes. Yeah. I remember getting iTunes. I remember the little iPads.
Yeah.
But like, I think the beginning of technology, maybe we all knew, but I feel like the beginning of technology, people were like, "Oh yeah, this is not gonna be," like people were like reluctant. Well, y'all was on it. Y'all was on it.
Yes. So, I think the camera just went.
Just got restarted.
Okay. Good to go.
Back at it like a crack at it.
All right. We were not anti-technology. We were one of the first. So Ninth Wonder, I don't know if you heard of this producer named Ninth Wonder.
Ninth Wonder, I'm not hip.
Okay, he was a part of a group called Little Brother. He produced for Jay-Z. He produced for Beyonce.
Wow.
Dope producer from North Carolina. He did an interview a few years ago with Combat Jack. Rest in peace, Combat Jack. He did an interview talking about who were some of the first quote unquote internet rappers.
Yeah.
And he was naming all these groups and he named us.
Wow.
So we were one of the first groups to really adapt to the internet. And we had our own, we were one of the first rap groups to have our own website and sell our own merch off of our own website.
That's dope.
So this is 2002. And that's really how we started getting known around the world, was like this young dude from Poland started buying our CDs in bulk. Like he would buy 10 at a time. He'd buy 15, he'd buy 20, he'd buy 10, So we had his email and we hit him up like, yo, why do you keep buying so many of our CDs?
Yeah.
He was like, cause I'm flipping them. Like I'm buying them and I'm upping the price.
Wow.
And selling them in my city in Poland.
He's not even giving you a cut. That's crazy.
But we was like, bet. No, we was like, yeah, we loved it. We was like, I bet, yeah. He's doing promotion for us essentially. He's spreading our name.
Wow.
In this small town in Poland. And that was like the beginning of how we started to be recognized.
Why would you think he would do that? Like,
I'll tell you why. That's a funny story too. So this was before streaming and all that. If you like one song, you had to buy the whole CD.
Yeah.
So we had a song called "The Declaration" on Sweats and Kicks, it's about like the Black experience in America and the Black plight and our struggles through.
Spit a verse for me, please.
Please go back on board.
Here's my declaration. We came from 3/5 of a human being to seeing through the glass ceiling, reaching for something that constantly slips through the hands of a nation. Emancipation. Some seek it, others ran from it, chasing the finer things to be above the rest, head and shoulders. Slay your brother, step over him for his Avirex and Jordans. Wow. Your life is more than a bracelet, a necklace holder, but y'all don't care. Y'all don't even see we almost there. Still, I'm afraid this will be seen as an experiment because the target audience will refrain from hearing this music. You fall a victim to it. Get addicted to this different music. Removing wolves in sheep's clothing, whales in shark's skin. Shedding light on the myth behind my darkness. With thoughts marching like Al Sharpton through Harlem. Locked arms bent to blockade those with harmful intent. So that was that's my verse from the Declaration. So it's about Black people stuff.
Yeah.
But the people in Poland really resonated with that song. That song resonated with them because of their struggles.
Germany
with Germany.
Yeah. Beat they motherfucking ass.
So they felt that song on a deeper level because of their history of oppression.
Yeah.
From Germany. So they loved that song for that reason and would were buying the CD really just for that song.
Wow.
I mean, they liked the whole album, but it really was about the decoration. But you couldn't just buy one song back then. Like you could now, you could download one song.
I wish we had it like that. We gotta try. We gotta start dropping a whole project.
We gotta use it now. Don't say that. Don't say that shit now, dude.
I mean, it's pros and cons. Like, yes, it's much easier. Like, I love how you can make your own mixtape of all these different artists by simply downloading, clicking. Yeah. But at the same time, we artists don't make a lot of money from streaming. Yeah. So that kind of sucks. So, it's
exactly. You brought it up. I was like, where your cut at? You said, I'm just glad it's getting out. I'm just glad it's getting out.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was Sweats and Kicks, and that was how we started getting known internationally.
Okay. And how old are you when Sweats and Kicks came out?
22. So my age kind of lines up with the...
Okay. With the years. Yeah. 22. Okay. So what... Because I remember me starting, like, I was in, like... Me starting, I started off as, like, a poet. So I was just, like... I really did poetry because I had something to say, but I couldn't, like, really fit the rhyme scheme the right way, the way I wanted it to. And I just kept on pressing because my brothers and my siblings, they all rapped. So I was like, it's in me. So I got to make something happen. Yeah. But honestly, every day, every track I drop, I'm like, I'm quitting tomorrow. I'm quitting tomorrow. It's just like, you put your heart in something. You put your heart in something and like, sometimes you don't get the response that even you want out of it. But what keeps you going? What keeps you going? Even at that age, like at 22, what was going through your mind at that point?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Just the love of it. I mean, it was a few things. The love of it. One, I really felt like we were some of the dopest. Like we looked up to a lot of these cats. We were like, yo, our music can compete with these people. Like
that's what's up.
I wanted to travel the world doing what I love. I had visions. I want to go to, Africa. I want to go to Japan and take this music, this 734 me. Well, we wasn't even the 734 then. I don't think. I think we were still 313 back then. No, we might have switched by then. I know when we were kids, our area code was 313.
Okay.
But it switched to 734 at some point. Yeah, I wanted to take our music around the world. Like be one of the first, if not the first people to like be rapping some Ann Arbor Ipsy stuff.
Yeah, I respect
in what I'm saying, Angola or Thailand, so that was an aspiration back then. Like that's why we kept at it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And you gone to like Africa? You made those trips?
No, I have not been to Africa. Actually,
I said Africa quick.
Yeah, because I still want to go. Because I still want to go. No, haven't been to Africa, the continent. I haven't been to Asia, but I've been to Australia, New Zealand.
Wow.
15 European countries.
Okay, so right now we trying to. He trying to throw me off. Outro drop. Bye, guys. Have a great day. We here with Jamall Bufford. Hope you enjoyed the podcast, video, whatever. It's not a podcast yet, but it's going to be one. When it's one, I bet you're going to be hearing it on a podcast. Because we got to drop it on Spotify. I feel like I already did that. I feel like you're trying to just throw me off, honestly. I feel like you're just trying to mess with it. Hey, it's Shanti. This is the Shanti Show. Here with Jamall Bufford.
Peace.
Here with Jay. Homie Marielle. We out here. Peace and love. Okay.
I told you I've been to
I'm
15
there.
countries. Yeah.
I'm there. So right now, I think we trying to kind of conquer. Mario, he's been to Vegas. He's done the trips. He's been around. He's been to Seattle. He's been around. But I think right now what he's been telling me is that we have to kind of solidify this area, like where we are, to be like known where we're from. How do you think that benefits you? Like, do you think like what what stages do you feel like if you did it, if you went out first and then came back, or if you created your space here and then went out, like how do you think that benefits
That's
you?
that's tough. That's tough because I think it's different now.
Yeah.
It's way different now. Back then, yes, we had to make our mark here. We had to put our stamp down here.
Yeah.
Say like, this is us. This is ours.
That's where we at.
Now I think that's less important.
Mm.
I think it's less important. The reason why is because of the internet. You had to have like local support.
Yeah.
For people to for the buzz to grow and people start talking about you.
Yeah.
For you to like kind of spread organically.
Exactly.
But now you can kind of do that over the internet. You could have your whole fan base could be in Chicago.
Yeah.
Or New York. You know what I'm saying? And you live here. So one, I think because of the internet, but two, I think it's just harder. It's harder to establish something like that here or anywhere like locally, especially like small cities like this, because of the internet. Like you used to have to go out and like hand out flyers and post posters up to get the word out and shake hands and meet people and say, yo, now you don't have to do that. So people get a little lazy. And so that's why it's hard. If you do a show, you're like, yo, I got a show tomorrow.
So you're saying even though you had to do it then, like people don't have to do that now, but do you still feel like it's important though?
It is important. Yes, it is important, but I think it's less important. And I think it's even maybe I'll take that back. I'll say it's just harder now.
Yeah.
Not that it's less important now. It's more difficult now to establish something in a small town like this. Because everybody's doing it now. That's another thing. Like back then, we were literally like one of 3 or 4 rap groups in the area.
You got to find ways to stand out.
Now you probably know 30 rappers, I bet.
Yeah.
At least. Yeah. So it's just more competition. It's less about community now because the internet kind of keeps people separate versus like we got to get together and build. We got to go to support their show because they came and supported our show. Now it's like, oh, I'll just watch the clips on Instagram. I don't got to go to the show. Like I'll just
watch the clips on Instagram.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I feel that.
So it's just more. It's difficult. It's more. It's tougher now. I feel sorry for y'all. Honestly, y'all feel sorry for me for having to burn a CD for 30 minutes, but I feel sorry for y'all. This is just more difficult. But at the same time, it's more easy. Like you got all this stuff. You know, in Twitch and TikTok. So
exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I think it's harder back. That's why I say we got to stay here. Because every time I went out, like I go out and then I be with people like Lil Tyler. I was with this one little short, like
yeah, I don't know him, but I know of his music. Yeah,
he a little rapper. I met him. He's like, oh, you know Skilla Baby? I was like, no. I was like, I don't know Skilla Baby. I know this. And I was like, damn, you don't know Skilla? Dang, I really want to get a song with Skilla. I was like, damn. But then I realized this whole game really is just that way.
It is.
Whole big ass network. But if I'm Skilla Baby right there, I've been more plugged in with Lil Tyler. Lil Tyler look like he the dude that connect me to them. So then boom, I think it'd be way easier for me to sit out here and be like, okay, let me know Skilla, let me know Baby Money, let me get to know Peasy. I grew up right down the street. I just realized this stuff. You know, this one rapper kid, GT.
Love GT.
GT, he grew up. He's right across the street from my mom's house, and I'm looking at like, hey, he's in this car wash every day. You gotta go there.
You from the city originally?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That car wash is right across the street from my mom.
Okay.
I grew up right next to it. How do I not know this?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, why did I not already do some shit with Jamall? Why did I not already do some shit with
Yeah.
Fuck these niggas. Fuck Lil Tyler. They in Miami.
Yeah.
Go to Ann Arbor. Go to Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real. Yeah. That's the right way to think. Yeah. I just think it's more difficult now. Just because, like you said, you probably need to be in these spaces, with the GTs and Skilla Babies and Beeses and all them cats. Some people think now this might work. You could just DM one of them, like hit them on Instagram, like, yo, I'm a fan. Woo woo. That might work. That's something you could do now that you couldn't do back then. or it might not work. They might be like, "Who is this? I don't know this cat." But if you pull it up on it, you at his show, or so I don't know.
One thing I love about Detroit is like so like they're not Hollywood. I feel like we're not Hollywood yet. Detroit's Hollywood. I feel like as soon as
It's most definitely coming.
I'm gonna go to GT. Like he said up there like every other day, every day. Nobody's Hollywood. Like Babyface Ray.
Yeah,
He's still down there. GMO Stats.
I believe it.
He's still down there.
Yeah.
Peasy, still down there. Skill
Yeah.
Lady, that nigga too loose.
Still down there.
I'm dead serious. So I'm like, it's easy. I feel like Detroit ain't got that like Hollywood face. So I feel like
Okay.
it's the best time for us right now too. Everywhere
Yeah.
I go, they talk about these people. I'm like,
Yeah. Tell me why I was at the. We was going out to my brother's house to weekend. My mama's house to see my brother so we can record. And we was at the bus station. And I walked up to these like security guards. I'm like, oh yeah, I just want to play my song. This, that, third. And they was like, oh yeah, we know this kind of big name artist. Like at least it was they had a viral video going around. It was a Glorilla, like she rapped over a Glorilla beat. I'm like, I've seen this before. Like, and that was just like some random like meetup. Like I walked up to somebody and was like, this is my music. I was like, trying to be vulnerable. And they was like, yeah, I know this person. Let me connect you. So I thought that was really dope.
Where?
Who was your first like major, like what made you think like, oh, we gotta do this? Like what?
It's phases. Like I said, first thing was people when we gave CDs out, we got good feedback. People like this is dope. Then we pressed 1,000.
Did you ever have like a mission? My fault. Did you ever have like a mission statement? Like what is like I know in the beginning it was just for fun, but like, did it create like did you eventually create like a purpose for this? Like what's your purpose for making music?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it was like I said, it was just the love for it. Like it was instilled today. That's why I still rap at the age of 43. Like it's like breathing. It's like literally like it just comes that naturally.
I love that.
It didn't at first. Like, that's why we're the Athletic Mike League, because we really practiced. Like we really scrimmage. We used to be like, we had like training schedules. Like we was like, oh yeah, today's a writing day. We got to write today. We wrote you know what I'm saying? Like we were really on it. Like a sports team.
You had a good schedule.
Yeah. So now it's natural. Now it's like second nature. Like that's why you was like spit a verse from a song I did 20 years ago. Cause
it's there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So now it's just but yeah, we just loved it. Like I know that sounds like cliche.
I totally understand that because I just love it. Honestly, I just love it. So as an artist, I most definitely understand that. In the sense of just to get back on like traveling. Like, what was your? I watched your first music video, and I watched this project you did with someone in like the UK. It was like an outreach thing, and I was like, I think that was pretty earlier, at least on YouTube. It was like so long ago, it was like maybe 9 years ago. Like what was your first major like move?
Like just like for a show or visiting or kicking, not like an actual move. Like I live there now. You just mean
exactly.
Yeah, Poland. So that's
Poland.
Yeah. So go back to the story I was just telling you.
Yeah.
That kid, he was like 15, buying our CDs and selling them around this small.
15.
He was 15, and so we hit him up like, "Yo, why are you?" And he told us, "Yeah, I'm flipping them. Like people want to buy them. I'll buy them for 10, but then I'll sell it for like 30."
Wow.
So.
And they was buying them. People was buying them for $30
Yeah, he was making bread off our CDs. But we was like, bet, cool. Like, that's free promo for us, essentially.
Exactly.
So we stayed in contact with that kid. We were like, yo, he hit us up, was like, yo, can y'all come out here and do a show? We would love to have y'all come out here and do a show. But it was 7 of us. One plane ticket was probably like a rack. You know what I'm saying? So like, we couldn't make it. Like we just couldn't afford it. It was like, can you pay us? He was like, I think I can put together like 2 racks. And we was like, we're not about to pay 5 G's just to go over there and do a couple songs.
Exactly.
So this was in 2003, 4. Fast forward to 2005 when I start my solo career.
Yeah.
I hit him back up like, yo, AML's kind of like we didn't break up. We were just on a little hiatus. You know,
Yeah.
they told me, Buff, you should go do some solo stuff for a couple years. We'll get back together. That didn't happen until 2020, but
Yeah. But it happened.
But it happened. It did happen. So I was doing my solo thing. So I was like, yo, can you fly me up? Can you afford to get me out there?
Yeah, just me.
He was like, yeah. So
Let's go.
me and one other member, 14KT,
Shout out.
we flew out there to do one show in this small city called Chinchova,
Shout out
Poland.
Chinchova. Putting us on a map.
And coincidentally, our homie Slum Village from Detroit Legends, were touring Europe at the same time.
Wow.
We didn't know it until we were like over there. We saw like, because the internet was a thing now. So
Yeah.
we saw they were over there, and we hit them up like, yo, can we like jump on a couple dates with y'all?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, for sure, bet. So we did London with them, we did Paris with them, we did
Wow.
Berlin with them.
So you went out with like expectations to just do one show. And you ended up going. How is that? How is that choice? Like, was it easy? Was it easy to make that choice? Like, yeah, let's go do this, or was it like, I gotta leave all this stuff behind?
It was easy. That was my life at that point. I didn't have a job, like a job.
Yeah.
I was full rap.
That's
Full
cool.
rap. I was living in LA. I had worked up until 2008.
Yeah.
Saved a bunch of money.
You said you were living in LA?
At that time, yeah, and actually no, I wasn't living in LA yet. That was before I technically, but I was in LA a lot.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah. I love LA. It's just so expensive, but I love it. I love it.
you
It's
love
like
it?
my favorite city. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we lived in New York too. We lived in New York in 99 and 2000. But yeah, so I was still living here at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We went out there with that show in mind. Saw they were doing shows. We asked, can we jump on? We jumped on. We like rented a car. We was we didn't know what we was doing. We rented a car. We had to drive on the you know what the Autobahn is?
Autobahn, put me hip.
The Autobahn is like there's no speed limit on the freeway over there essentially. So
Wow.
you could do
I'll be
200
acting
miles
like
an
this
hour.
is-
Yeah. So we were on the Autobahn driving from one country to the next to get to the shows. And like we doing like 100, right?
Yeah.
Thinking we moving.
Wow.
Cars is just
Wow.
flying past us. First, one thing, we were trying to rent a car. Most of the cars out there are stick shifts, and we don't know how to drive a stick. So we luckily somehow we found like the only automatic car in the whole
Wow.
area. We got it, got on the Autobahn, was moving around. Yeah, we was just hustling. And then on that trip, the first time ever over there, through Slum Village, I met my now booking agent who's been booking me to go to Europe since 2007.
Wow.
Wow.
Rich. No.
First time, do you remember the first time we met?
It must have been at the Neutral Zone. Mhm.
Strictly, no.
I learned about Jay-Z, Tupac, everybody else. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't remember that. Yeah, that was not correct. Man, I don't remember that. I mean, I remember you from the Neutral Zone, but yeah. Okay.
Well, you suggest that start that you got going on, like that. I don't know. Maybe this is a hard ask because I know everybody's everybody's situation is different.
Mhm.
But would you, if somebody had the opportunity to just like go out, leave this, like the life behind, like
Mhm.
would you suggest that risk?
Like leave,
If
like,
knowing that they're reasonably talented and like
quitting your job and just like I'm
Yeah.
going full music.
yeah.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
like that.
I think it was good though. Too,
Don't tell my employer. I need you.
I was literally just in Vegas with the Dizzy Right dude.
Yeah.
This one dude, he did the exact same thing. I'm thinking that he told me some other stuff. Look, you a bitch. Look, he told me this. So I meet him in Vegas. This is the random story. Part 2. Random ass story. I go to Vegas. He in Vegas the same day. So my first 2 weeks in Vegas, I didn't get a hotel.
Okay.
I get there. He said, "Oh yeah, I got a show with Dizzy Right." I said, "All right, cool." We go there. We got all the show equipment and stuff. We in there helping out, like doing the show. I'm thinking he performing and stuff.
Yeah.
He said, "Y'all performing?" He's like, "Yeah, he opened it up for him." I'm thinking I'm just the cameraman. You know what I mean? I think I'm just helping out or something like that. And then boom, he said, "Oh yeah, you're not performing. You're not opening. It's just the band." Nigga. He go in there and he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm just gonna ask him, can I perform with him and stuff like that? You know, I got a song with him." I was like, "Nigga, they don't know you. He just said that." I'm like, "Nigga."
Wow.
So then we go in there. He paid for me to go into the show. It's a regular show. He just not performing.
Okay.
He asked, and he said, "Oh yeah, you just gotta wait. You kind of, did you write you a bitch?"
Why you say that?
He said,
I do not support or condone this type of language.
Well, he treated us though. So then he's like, no. He's like, no, I'm good. And then boom, he's like, we went past him, and then he performed, did his show. After the show, we talked to him. He's like, hey, he said some bullshit. But at the end of it, basically, is what it was. Same thing. He said, when you come to Canada, there's some place close to Detroit. Boom, can I come to your show with you? And he's like, yeah. He basically said this. I can't pay for you, but if you can figure some shit out, hey, you want that bitch?
Yep.
Boom, come tour with me. Boom. I got like 3 spots in Canada, close to Detroit. I live in Detroit. They say, hey, just come on. And really, that is how you get on. Like what he's saying is straight facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Loke, you've been on tour with Dizzy Right, and then he don't know, but he's driving that bitch.
Yep.
Boom, get his shit up, get his bread up. Boom, get his name out there. Networking is this whole thing.
Yep.
So what you saying is like completely true. I seen that shit out firsthand.
Yep.
He said no to the music video, but he said yes to the tour. So I guess he did right. He said no to my video. That's the only thing about it.
So when did you find out that you could like make a living off this?
Um,
Was this pretty early on, or like were you just taking the risk?
No, early on, no. When AML, when we were like at our peak, our height, we had signed a deal with a label based out of Detroit called Barack, which was then the home of Slum Village, and Jay Dilla, the legendary Jay Dilla, Fat Cat.
R.I.P. I got a confession. I recently got on to Jay Dilla.
It's never too late. It's no. See, all right, I'm gonna cut you off. Sorry.
That's okay.
There are some people who are Dilla friends of Dilla, fans of Dilla, who are like, "Oh, you late? You just now finding out about Dilla?" Like, gatekeeping essentially.
Yeah.
I'm like, I met Dilla one time. I wasn't a friend of his. I met him one time. We did a show at it's called the Movement Festival now. It used to be called the DEMF, the Detroit Electronic Music Festival.
Wow.
And he was there. He was performing. I think we were just there kicking it. And a mutual friend introduced us. And so I only met him once, but I'm a Dilla fanatic. I love when people just are learning about Dilla or anything I love. Like, I'm not about to be like, "Oh, you late." Like, yeah, nah. It ain't never too late.
I like it. I like the music. It went off. You're a poser.
But I cut you off. You were saying something though.
No, it's all good. I was just asking, when did you find out that you could like make money off this?
Yeah.
Make a living?
It wasn't during AML time. It was because at that time, like I said, the pro of it being 7 of us is like it was cheaper to pay for stuff. But the con was when you got money, you had to split it 7 ways.
Move.
What is that?
It's warm.
Yeah. So the money we did make, it wasn't enough to live off of because it was 7 of us, so we couldn't if we made $3,000, like splitting that 7 ways ain't really that much.
Exactly.
So But we were persistent. We believed in ourselves, and then when we signed our record deal in 2004, that was our first time signing with a label. Up until then, we were just doing everything ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, all right, this might be the chance. We were like, we're connected to Barack.
Yeah.
You know, Slum Village was killing it at the time. I think this was they had the song "Tainted" out. With Dwele singing the hook.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Then I think the next year is when they had the song with Kanye, "Selfish." You know, I'm calling.
Yeah.
So we were on the label around this time. We're like, all right, yeah, we next. We're like, we about to pop, and you know, it just didn't happen. You know, it was we did decent numbers, but it wasn't like, again, it wasn't enough to make a living off of. We thought that was the time. We were like 2004. That's when we thought, yeah, we can make a living off of it.
Yeah,
wasn't true. Didn't happen. When I started doing solo stuff, that's when I was like, okay, now the little money that was coming in, it was only coming to me really, and I was like, okay, I could do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could do this. But then again, you know, with any like independent art, there's peaks and valleys. You know, I was in LA, and LA is expensive.
So expensive.
And I'm not out here to like. I didn't come out here to work a job, like a 9 to 5. I came out here to do music. So I lasted a good like year and a half out there, 2 years.
Yeah, just doing music.
Yeah. Then I had to come back. And oddly enough, that's when I started working at the Neutral Zone, and that career took off. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your transition? Because I feel like even I talked to you, you said I was trying to focus on the video set. You was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about you.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
You said, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that music shit right now. Nigga, I give a fuck about these kids. I give a fuck about doing this. I give a fuck about activism.
Yeah.
When the fuck did you switch from like goddamn music to activism to sneaker stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know when did that switch happened.
2010, when I came back from LA. I was broke. You know, I had put out some great music. I thought, yeah, this 2004 with AML, I was like, this is our time right here.
Yeah.
2008-9 on my solo career, I was like, this is my time right here. And, you know, I did. I went all over the world. It took me a bunch of places, put a good money in my pocket. It was awesome. Like, don't get it twisted. But it's times when it slow down. Like, it's not always popping.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't have a ton of regrets in life. One of them is like, dang, I maybe should have stayed in LA a little bit longer. Just roughed it out a little bit. But I didn't. You know, I got scared. I don't know. I came back home.
Yeah. It felt right.
Yeah. And that's when I started working at the Neutral Zone. So 2010, I came back from LA. Another shout out Mike Hyder.
Shout out Mike.
From Tree City. He was working at the Neutral Zone doing the MC program, working with young rappers. He's a little bit younger than me, so he was about to do what I just did. He was about to move to Seattle to kind of see if his solo career could take off.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, you want to take this program over? I'm about to leave. I was like, all right. And, you know, I love hip-hop so much, I just wanted to share it, my love for it, with young people.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's when I started meeting knuckleheads like
Mariel.
Yeah. And the rest is history.
The rest is history. So being like Neutral Zone Space, what is your first project like with the kids, for the kids?
Well, yeah, I was running the rap program, the MC program, so just helping them with their skills and techniques. And
that was 2010. I was too young. I would definitely prefer to be there.
That was 2010. And then through that, I became the music coordinator, overseeing all the music programs. And we would help teens put their music out, get them on streaming services, streaming platforms. They would find other teen artists. Like we were really running. It was called Youth on Records. Like we were helping them learn how to run a label.
Yeah.
We did sound engineering, so we had programs where they can learn how to use this equipment.
Yeah.
Beat making, DJing. And so that was like the beginning. Yeah.
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 No, I didn't start it. No. The only thing I started, like, helped create was the outdoor festival called Live in Washington.
Wow, Live in
So,
Washington.
Yes,
I
that
have
was
to-
yeah.
My fault. I have to ask you some things about that because right now he think I can't do it, but I think I can do it. I want to sell out the Blind Pig 400 people to be like, all right, Live in Washington. If you don't know what Live in Washington is, it's a pretty big show that happens every year. Look, it's a pretty big show. I appreciate that. I appreciate him folding as of now. Yeah, okay, it's okay. We'll figure it out. He's trying to go in, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm very humble. I understand. Look. Look, we out here. We most definitely can do it. But it's suggestions for like planning something like this pretty big show. Like like for someone trying to do something like this, like what do you have?
Yeah. So you got to start the marketing for it very early.
Okay.
Say you want to do it next month.
Mm.
It's already too late to start talking about it if you want to sell it out now. You should have been talking about it 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
2, camera. I might gotta wrap up in like 15.
Okay. Yeah, we can wrap up 15. We can do that.
This is dope though. Like,
I love the Joe Budden podcast. I think he's a friend of the show. So even if we don't end this one right, I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
I could be like a weekly.
I enjoy this. This is nice.
Go ahead. Yes. So one, start promoting early.
Okay.
Which means you have to know what's going to be happening 3 months down the line already.
Yeah,
You got to know who your headliner is. You got to know who the guests
Okay.
are. You got to have a flyer for it 3 months ahead of time.
Okay.
That's one. It's cool. It's not essential. It's cool to have some sort of incentive
For people to be
for
there.
people to be there.
Yeah.
It's not mandatory, but it does help. Like with your ticket purchase, you get blah blah blah. Maybe a
Like a
T-shirt
VIP set,
or
like,
something.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I get you saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that
All
helps.
coming together.
That helps.
We're gonna set this out.
You could. This is not easy,
Mm.
but you could try to get sponsorships.
Okay.
So you could try to get people.
How
to
would you do
pay.
that? How would you get sponsorships?
It's not easy. Yeah, you kind of gotta
Yeah.
be something.
Established. Established.
Yeah. But you essentially can ask people for money, like putting this show on. If you want to be listed on our flyer as a sponsor, let me know.
Okay.
Give me 2 G's, 1 G. I'll put you on the flyer. You give me 5 G's.
First sponsor.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm putting this into actuality. First sponsor.
Yeah.
Who should I go to?
Curtis, Crawford.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know who that is?
Curtis
I know
Crawford?
of Crawford, but I don't know the person.
Curtis is the main nigga that owned Brian Crawford.
You think he sponsors us?
He says he got big moves he doing this shit.
Yeah, we got time. We got time to build.
Look, this the plan. His birthday is in April. My birthday is in May. He think we're gonna do like a show, like a yearly show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta have a plan, like a business plan. Like,
Yeah.
they gotta see you serious.
It's most definitely coming out. It's happening.
They gotta see you serious.
I'm willing
Like,
for the first one to be asked. Like, you may think you ain't sold out, but I'm willing for the first one to be asked. I know I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
yeah, and you know that's how you could build to get people to sponsor you. You do 2 or 3
Yeah.
without
I think-
sponsorship, and then by the 4th one, if it's popping, you could be like, "Yo, look at our track
Yeah.
record. We done." You know.
Honestly, but I think it's a statement. It's a statement to be like, who are these people? They can bring this big crowd to this one place.
Yep.
Then we gotta look at them, and it don't even
Yeah.
matter if we do it again and again. Like, we did it so early on in the career, within like the first year, first 8 months, 9 months. Like, that's something. That's something
Yeah.
to be like, all right, yeah, give me this. Like, because we know we can do it.
For example, the Michigan Defense event
Yeah,
that you just performed at.
yeah.
How many people would you say was there? Maybe
It was probably like 80,
80,
100.
90 to 100.
Yeah,
That's a successful event. You know what I'm saying? That you were a part of.
exactly.
How involved were you in the planning of that? Were you at all, or were you just
Not
a
at
performer?
all. They just
Okay.
said come.
Yeah. So I mean, but that's a good example that you could. I don't. How well do you know them?
Yeah, well, Julius is my cousin. I don't know if you know Julius, but he's with the committee that put that together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you doing it now with me. You picking my brain, but I'll say pick his
Exactly.
brain. Like that event. Ask him. Do you think it was successful?
Yeah.
He might say, yeah, no. Why? Why do you think it was successful? Well, we wanted to get 50 people there. We got 80 people there. Or
Okay.
we wanted to get 300 people there. We got 100 people there. So
Okay.
So just like pick his brain, see what the process was like of putting something like that together, and like just use those tools. Yeah.
I feel that. Okay. Just to wrap up. No, we're not asking bullshit. We're asking intentional questions. Shut up. No, I feel like everything that come out your mouth is bullshit. Say what you need.
So
Look, say what
so
you need.
you're clearly, well, this is probably not a compliment at this point, but I was gonna say you're clearly the DJ envy of the Breakfast Club. I mean, this is clearly Charlemagne and God.
Fair enough. Say what you gotta say.
Last part, really. So I feel like you done did this shit for like a minute now. So I say, what would you have advice for young niggas doing?
I mean, first of all, y'all already doing it. That's part of you. You already doing it. So
We in this bitch.
you in it, yeah.
I didn't feel like I'm in it, but like
you in it.
I'm in this bitch.
Yeah. Consistency, persist. Like you just. I mean, Nipsey said it. It's one of the most memorable quotes. Like, ain't really nothing special about me. I just never quit.
Yeah.
You can't quit. It sounds simple. You can't. If you want to be successful, you can't stop doing it. You just can't stop doing it. No, I don't have kids. That helps. That helps too. That helps too.
What is the difference between like if you have to get a wife, boom boom wah wah, would you choose? Because me, I think of that like a lot. Like sometimes, like I'm a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have like this wife, kids, like Daniel? Like Daniel don't know. I'm low key kind of jealous of that nigga. He got like kids, keep popping up with new babies and shit.
You're a family man.
We over here editing videos at nighttime, 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Waiting for shit to roll over 3 hours
Yeah.
on the fucking laptop. Like this is a long ass audio file. This
Yeah.
take a minute to load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I you know.
Would you rather hustle out, taking them long bus rides and shit?
Yes, that was my preference. I think I subconsciously or consciously was like I don't want kids because like this it's not really this lifestyle is not conducive to having kids. I got married, you know, you can be married, yeah, but I was like I don't want kids.
Why would you think that? Why would that be a problem?
Money, like if you're trying to invest in your career, you gotta invest in them kids. Like that's your priority at that point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's impossible. A lot of hugely successful artists on the underground level and on the like have kids.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's not possible. Let me just be clear about that. my preference, I was like, I don't want kids.
How old are you now?
43. Yeah.
Yeah.
You not sure, Siri? I am. I'm telling you, I'm 43. I promise you.
Yeah, is the camera still on?
So then boom, because the battery got charged in that one, and then I think we should. I think we ain't never did a podcast, just three of us. I think we should do that. Like just switch outfits real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, on the advice, I'm not great at. I'm not saying don't have kids. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't. Yes, I don't want kids. That was a big part of it. Honestly, I was. No, that's real. That's real. That's real. I was around kids all day, every day. I was like, I'm already raising 100 kids. Like, I don't. No. Let me be clear. I'm not saying I was like the surrogate father or nothing. Like, but I saw firsthand. Like, I was like, I don't want kids.
Yeah.
Don't quit. Build a team, which y'all are already doing. Y'all have a team. Like, you cannot do this alone. I don't care what anybody says.
That's what I feel like I was doing. I was out there alone and shit.
Yeah.
I was traveling, doing my shit. Like, it was like music video.
Yep. Build a team. Not like knows their roles too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody can be the person with the spotlight on them.
Yeah.
It's just, it could, it's possible, but it's like, if you got people like, yo, my whole job is, like you said, I'm the driver. I know I'm just down with my crew. I know I got weekends off. If we want to shoot to Chicago, shoot to New York, I'm down to just drive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was a bad example, but you know what I'm saying? But knowing roles helps. But building a team more than anything. And teams are difficult. People have different, you're going to butt heads at some point. Thankfully, I'm going to be real. Like AML, we really never had any issues, no beef. We stopped because people started having kids and getting married.
Yeah, life happened.
Getting jobs and career. Yeah, that's why we ended. But we thankfully never had no issues. But you might have issues. But again, even when you have those issues, you got to work through them.
What type of rap do you like? I listen to your shit. You got like the type of rap shit. You got like the rap, like old school rap, activists,
Yep.
people type shit.
Yeah. That I for me, what I like to make my favorite.
Yes, I want time for that.
I think I prefer like I do prefer like more fun stuff like not that. Relax. But just party like
So
get the people hype, get the crowd hype like and like talking about how good I am. I know it's cliche. Yeah, that's my favorite. Mace was an influence for sure. I ain't even gonna front. Mace was an influence for sure. Yeah, I like to brag but just have fun and just talk about fun things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I got to, then yeah, I'll give you some information. I'll try to teach you something. I'll try to feed your soul, like feed your brain. Like, yes, but that's not my preferred. I like to have fun. That's but I also kind of sneak some information in when I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with ghostwriters. I think I would have a long time ago, probably when I was like y'all age, when I was like really in it, like like oh, this is so serious, like this is my life, like I do. I still love it. I still like write. I don't write a lot. I don't have time to write a lot anymore, which kind of sucks, but I still love it. But no, I realize like I think now I am more of a fan of how music makes me feel. I used to be a fan of like, oh, this bar does this when he, this rhythm pattern changes. Look at how this these rhyme patterns and pockets and all the I was real technical with it when I first started. Now I'm less about the technical side.
Yeah.
And I'm more about like how does this music make me feel?
Exactly. More
and
like
so
the end product.
With that, yeah, I don't care as much about ghostwriting and stuff like that. Like it plus
When I used to listen to Eminem a lot, I was about the bars and
Yeah.
That's when I got the fuck out of that shit. I was like, bars,
Yeah, it just so like plus like R&B, they got all kind of writers. Rock and roll, they got all kind of writers. Like why is it that rap and rap music you can't have a ghostwriter? Like
you don't feel like that and stuff? I ain't gonna lie, me personally, I have a problem with that. Like I would really, cause I look, you know, what we do, like kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
The kid, he was on some shit like, he was like, nah, nigga, he was like, nah, just nigga, I ain't gonna. He said some shit like it was depressing. Nigga said some shit, nah, nigga, I ain't gonna make it to 22, nigga. Nigga, I'm gonna die in a shootout or some shit like that. He said that shit like it's fun or some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck? I told you about that. Yeah, I told him about that. So then, boom, it was on the mentor to youth.
Yep.
Boom, and then on that, he said some rapper name. It was like Icewear Benzo.
Bezo.
He was a bitch. Whoever the rapper he was a bitch. And then I heard about it. Oh yeah, he ain't in that street. He ain't about that shit. But
Again,
about that
I
shit.
do not support or condone.
You don't think that's fucked up? Nobody think that's fucked up. Nobody think that's fucked up.
No, it is.
You got kids out here dying trying to be like this rapper, and then y'all grow up and you doing your shit.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It sucks. It sucks. It's unfortunate. It does suck. Here's what I say to that. I also think that for some reason rap is probably the most scrutinized art form. Period. In the world. And it's probably because it's made by predominantly black people.
Yeah, it's also the rawest form of art. I think not the rawest form, but I feel like when it comes to there's a reason it's on the top because when we rap about ourselves. We rap about our lives. We rap about the things that we care about.
Yeah.
Somebody can rap about like I feel like every other genre. It's like it's often a little general. Like at least it can be. It's more accepted for it to be so.
True. We are very specific. We say names. We talk about who we committed the crimes with. I get it. But I think two things can be true. I think rap is art. Period. You go to see a movie where they shooting a mob movie. Oh, I love Scarface.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Goodfellas. You know, I love Rambo. I'm using very dated
but I get them all.
references.
I promise you.
And it's cool because it's a movie.
Yeah.
But exactly.
Yeah.
But when you rap it, for some reason, it's like, oh, how dare you?
Yeah.
So that's part of it. But at the same time, I truly do believe their words have power and can impact you on a physical, spiritual level.
Yes.
And so we do have to, I mean, but that's why I create the music that I create.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to talk about that stuff. I don't want my music to be violent. So instead of me complaining, I just make the music that I want to hear.
That you want to hear.
So that's what I'll say to anybody else. Like, if you got a problem with how they rapping, make some doper.
Yeah.
And they're not. They just gonna sit and critique it.
Yeah.
We gotta make something dope. Hey, shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You agree for
I do this one thing. I want to start. I did it like 2 times. Everybody in my phone book, my contact list. Say, hey, come to the studio.
Okay.
And then boom. Everybody was gonna come.
Bet.
Make some shit. Sing
Not a
gospel
problem.
choir dude. You, boom. This art, Rashmi, singing lady. Boom, everybody.
Do you have any projects? I just want to wrap up so you can head out. Do you have any projects set up for the future?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm part of this group called the Black Opera.
Let's go. Came in with the merch.
We have an album hopefully coming out around early next year. It's done. It's been done for a while, so that's coming out. Athletic Mic League. We are back together again.
Let's go.
After a 15, 20-year hiatus. We got some new stuff. Well, we dropped in 2020 and we dropped last year. So we got 2 new projects that's already out. But we slowly working on our next one. So that should be out. And I just started writing my next solo album.
Let's go.
You know, it's been a while since I've done any solo stuff. I think my last solo project, it was 2020. I put a mixtape out called Ghosting, which is only on Bandcamp. It's not on streaming, but
Yeah, we got to make a whole collab album. That's probably the new project. We got to make a collab album with everybody. Yeah.
But yeah, I just started writing new solo stuff, so that'll be a while away. But I'm working.
Yeah, that's respect. Well, thank you, Bufford, for coming on.
No doubt.
This the
Yeah. Okay.
Top
Well, see what I listen to now in my top 5 rappers.
Let's do top
Totally
5. Let's do
different.
top 5.
My top 5. The 5th spot kind of rotates between like Ghostface Killer, Black Thought, you don't know who Ghostface Killer is? Wu-Tang. See, Wu-Tang. You was trying to get on him about not knowing Wu-Tang. But anyway, it's between Ghostface and Black Thought. My top 4, though, is Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Andre 3000. My favorite rapper of all time is Andre 3000. It's very short.
Yeah, he did have a short one.
True.
He did have a short one.
That is true. So a lot of people, because his career is so short, he only had 2 albums. Right. But what I'm listening to now, my favorite artist currently right now is this cat named Jordan Ward.
Yeah.
Fire. He's from St. Louis, but he lives in LA. This cat named Choker. Ridiculous. Sampha just dropped the album. Incredible. Yeah. This is like it's Sampha. Sampha. Yes, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Yep. I still listen to rap. Don't get me wrong. You don't think I hate rap. I love rap. I love rap. Some of my favorite new rappers though, Saba from Chicago, Westside Boogie, Vince Staples, who else? Kind of, under the age of 35, kind of younger rappers. I listen to 42 Doug, yeah. I like a bunch of the Detroit rappers. V's is probably my favorite Detroit rapper right now.
Let's go.
Yeah, I still listen to everything. I listen to everything.
Yeah. Respect. Well, again, thank you for coming on the show. Can you show them the back of your hoodie just so I can see it? I can see it.
Yeah.
Show them the merch. Got to do a drop. I do. Come a little bit.
Well, this ain't my merch. This is the legendary Death Row Records. This is
do a little half
Snoop.
squat. Do a little half squat for me. I
this,
appreciate that.
Snoop.
Let's go.
Tupac, Dog Pound, Dr. Dre. But this is my merch. This is my group, the Black Opera.
Black Opera, beautiful. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all for coming to
y'all.
watch.
Thank you. I
Peace,
appreciate
love, and
y'all.
respect.
That might have been my favorite interview of all time. That was fun.
It was good. It was fun.